Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I greatly appreciate you being here. But today I felt like tugging on my crafty bone a bit and pulling together a fun little DIY for you guys. And I actually believe that this is the first DIY I've done since bringing my channel back to life last year, so that's pretty exciting. And I thought DIYing a few dad hats would be the perfect thing to do for multiple reasons. The main one being is that I myself basically live in dad hats, baseball caps, whatever you want to call them. I live in them. Now I don't rock them too much on YouTube just because they're not that aesthetically pleasing when filming a makeup tutorial, but in my real everyday day-to-day life, honey girl, I wear them all the time. Dad hats are my thing. Gotta have them. Another reason is because, hello, it's summer, and while summer will technically be coming to an end here soon, I don't know about you guys, but where I live, honey, it is hot. So a nice and fresh little dad hat is the perfect thing to help shield our beautiful faces and our beautiful sensitive eyes from the hot and miserable sun. And then another reason why we love a good dad hat is because we all have those bad hair days, child, where our hair just does not want to do right. Like, you try to style it, you try to make it work, but it just doesn't work. So that means you're either gonna pop it in a bun or a ponytail, or you're gonna pop it in a hat and keep it moving. So yeah, with all of that being said, what do you say we do a little bit less rambling and a lot more DIYing? Let's go. So we're first gonna be starting out with the distressed bleach splattered hat. You're gonna need a plain colored hat of your choice. The darker the hat, the better the bleach will show. Next, we're gonna need some distressing tools. So I chose 2 different pair of scissors, a pair of tweezers, and a cheese grater. But sandpaper is also another great option. Of course, we're gonna need some gloves to protect our skin. And lastly, a squirt bottle filled with bleach. Now it's time to start tearing ish up. Well, kind of. So basically, you just want to keep going back and forth with all of your handy dandy distressing tools. You know, just kind of roughing and scruffing the hat up as much as you possibly can. The scissors are great for roughing up both the brim and the outer edges of the hat, as well as slicing and cutting little holes into the fabric. The cheese grater or sandpaper will help just thin out the fabric and give it that extra worn out and used look. And the tweezers are great for the finer details or just pulling out little tiny threads in the hat. So once you've distressed the entire hat to your liking, it's time to throw on the gloves and grab the bleach. And then of course we're just going to start spritzing the bleach all over the hat in random places, as much or as little as you like. And you will start seeing the bleach change its color pretty much right away. And once you're done, you're just going to place it to the side and let it air dry completely. And then once it's dry and all the bleach has set in, you're just going to want to hand wash it with detergent and water just to get all the excess bleach out. Once it dries for the final time, you'll have yourself a really cool, distressed, unique dad hat. And fun fact, I've always wanted a hat like this, and I just made myself one for less than $5. Hashtag winning. Next up, we have the easiest one of them all, the iron-on. The materials you're going to need are a plain dad hat in any color, an iron-on patch of your choosing, and of course, an iron. The first thing you're going to want to do is just read over the basic directions for your iron-on patch. Different ones require different times for the ironing process, so you do really want to pay attention to that. And then once you have all of that info noted and you found the exact spot that you want it to go, you're then just going to iron over the area in order to kind of heat it up and prep it for the patch. Then very carefully, you're just going to place it down, cover it with a thin piece of fabric, and begin ironing it on for the desired amount of time. Then to secure the edges of the patch, you just want to flip the hat over and iron over the back side of it for about an additional 15 or 20 seconds. And just an FYI, ironing a hat will alter the shape just a little bit, so you will have to kind of reshape it when done. But other than that, that's it. Literally the easiest thing ever. And with all the different colored hats that there are and all the different type of iron-on patches there are out there, the possibilities with this one are endless. And lastly, we have the oh so cute Ombre Tie Dye. So of course, we're just going to need to grab another hat, and obviously a white one is going to be the best option here. Then you're going to need a few bowls of hot water, some powdered dye, and you can use 1 color or 10. The color scheme is totally up to you, but these are obviously the ones that I chose to go with. Then you're gonna need a couple sponges. I personally got one for each color dye that I used. and then of course our handy dandy rubber gloves. So first we gotta mix up our dye, and to do so we're just gonna pour the powder into different bowls of hot water, then add in some salt. Sounds weird, I know, but it really just helps the dye apply better to the fabric. And so once the dye is ready to go, we're just gonna grab our hat and our sponge and start dabbing on the colors all over the hat in random places. And fair warning, this can get a little messy, so I suggest either doing it outside or on a surface that you don't really care about ruining. So yeah, you just want to keep stamping on the colors all over until the hat is completely covered. And once this is done, you're just going to put it aside to dry overnight before rinsing out the excess dye. And once it's 100% dry, the colors will lighten up and be a lot less harsh than when wet. And as you guys can see, just for an extra personal touch, I decided to get another patch and I ironed on the letter B. Obviously this step is completely optional, but I just thought it really spiced it up and added the perfect finishing touch. Alrighty guys, so that's pretty much it. So what'd you guys think? Too easy, right? Super easy, yet super on trend. Plus, not to mention, they were actually really fun to make. It has been such a long time since I brought out my handy dandy DIY skills, but this definitely lit that fire for me all over again, so you can definitely be expecting more fun little crafty moments from me sometime in the near future. Anyways guys, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Also, let me know down below in the comments which hat of these was your favorite. I personally like them all, of course, but I think the tie-dye one might just win just a little bit more. Or maybe the bleach one. Ugh, I don't know. But nonetheless, if you decide to give this DIY a try, then definitely tag me on Instagram at _BriaSimone_. I would love to see how yours turned out. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go now. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see ya in the next one.